Cooley and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello. I do post beauty and lifestyle content every Wednesday and Sunday, so I hope to see you there. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for being here. As always, I really appreciate you. As you can see, I have nothing on my face right now besides my eyebrows because today we are going to be doing the very highly requested eyebrow tutorial. I'm honestly super surprised that this was as requested as it has been, but I definitely appreciate you guys giving me your feedback. If there's ever any other videos that you would like to see, products you're curious about, or maybe something, a way that I do my makeup that you would like to see a little bit more in depth and I haven't done a video on it, please let me know. I'm always looking for new ideas and I would love to help you guys out in any way that I can. So the products that you're gonna need in order to achieve this look are a bar of soap, a setting spray or hydrating mist, an eyebrow spoolie, and optional but potentially an eyebrow brush, your favorite eyebrow product, your favorite concealer, a flat shader brush, and your favorite highlighter. Alright, and with all that being said, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so I just zoomed you guys in a little bit so we can go through this together. Just make sure you go through and pluck any hairs that are out of place or maybe you're not liking how they're looking in your brows. I have not been able to get my eyebrows done for a little while now, so they're looking like a mess. I did actually just want to show you guys another tool that I use. I don't use this every day and I don't necessarily use it all over my brows, but if you have not used one of these little eyebrow razors on your face before, you are truly missing out. I've been using these forever. You can get them at any drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart. I know you can get them on Amazon for like a bundle pack of super cheap. I just almost cut one of my hairs off. In a downward motion, shave off the little hairs above your brows. You can even go a little bit underneath as well, but it's all whatever you're comfortable with, and these are awesome. So if you've never used these before, I definitely recommend checking them out. They make a huge difference in the texture of your skin. But for the next step, the two products that you're gonna need are a bar of soap. This bar of soap is tiny, I'm almost out, but the other soap that I have at the moment smells really weird, and so I'm just kind of using this one to the end right now. I know that it's a lot better to use clear soap, or you can even buy like the soap brow products that are made for doing this to your brows, but if you don't feel like doing that and you want just a cheaper alternative, you can definitely go to the drugstore and just get a clear bar of soap. I recommend the clear bar just because obviously you don't want to leave any weird residue on your eyebrows, and sometimes with the ones that have a bit of a color, you can leave that residue. So this one sometimes does leave the residue, but it's all I have at the moment, and I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, so we're just going to use this today. You will also need an eyebrow spoolie. This one specifically is a Sonia Kashuk eyebrow brush. It has a brush on one end and a spoolie on the other end. The next product as well that is definitely beneficial to have, you could always just wet your soap ahead of time, but I feel like this makes it so your soap is not soaking wet and you can kind of just spray more as you need. So I do recommend having a setting spray or some sort of mist. This is just the PIXI Hydrating Milky Mist, so any sort of mist will work. You will see why in a minute. To be honest, there's really not much to it. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually super easy and quick. So what I do is I start out by taking my bar of soap in my spray, and I'm just going to spray this soap a few times. You do want to make sure that the soap is decently saturated with the spray so that it's easy to get the product onto the spoolie, and so you're not putting just a ton of bunched up soap into your eyebrows. Once I have sprayed my hydrating mist on there, I take my spoolie and I just run it across the bar of soap just like this. And you want to do that until you get a decent amount of product on that spoolie. I have pretty thick eyebrows, so I like to use a decent amount of product just so I know that it's all gonna get through there. And then I just take my spoolie. As I said, I find it easier to use a spoolie that has a little bend like this. You'll see what I mean, it's just more comfortable. And then I literally take that brush and the soap and we're just going to press our brows up. So I like to start in the inner part right here, and you want to apply a good amount of pressure. Pressing pretty hard onto the brow and evenly distributing that soap product in there. So as you can see, that really just made our brow look incredibly fluffy and full. What I like to do sometimes is take the end and just sweep over the top a little bit so that the ends of our brow all kind of combine together. So this next step is where you're going to take your favorite brow product. So I am going to be using that Maybelline Tattoo Studio, and what I like to do with this, you can either put a little bit on the back of your hand or just take it right from the brush. But I'm also going to be flipping over this spoolie and using the other side, which is just a regular angled eyebrow brush, and taking some of the product just right from the spoolie that was in the actual tube. And then I'm just going to use this to, as I said, clean up and fill in some of those sparse areas. I like to take this right underneath. For this step, you don't want to do anything too harsh because we do want to keep that fluffy, natural looking brow. So I really like to just focus that product mostly on the outer corner and just make sure I'm doing nice little flick motions. Something I do want to note as well is I don't take and outline the top of my brow because I do want to leave these natural hairs pressed up and I don't want it to look too structured. So once I feel like I have a good amount of product distributed throughout my brow, I am actually going to take that concealer and our flat shader brush and we're just going to clean up underneath. So as you can see, I'm just taking that concealer at the very end of my brow on the top to make sure that we keep that fluffy texture in the front of the brow. Lastly, this step is definitely optional, but I just like to do this if I'm going to do any sort of eye look, even if I'm just doing kind of a natural everyday makeup. I like to take some highlighter. I'm just using my NARS Forte de France and just lay that down right under the brow. Alright guys, so that is one brow all complete. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other brow off camera and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so those are both brows all complete. As I said, this technique is super quick and easy. It's pretty simple. There's not a ton of products involved and I feel like it just leaves your brows looking very natural and fluffy. And even if you don't have a ton of brow already, it's definitely easy to make them look nice and full with this technique. I did want to note a couple things. If you do happen to use this technique and you do get to the step where you are pressing your eyebrows up with the soap and you notice that your eyebrows look kind of crazy and maybe a few hairs are way longer than the others, always feel free to take some scissors. I have like a little pair of hair cutting scissors and I always just take that to trim off the top so that everything looks even and nice. Don't be afraid to go in and do that if you feel like it looks a little wild and crazy the first time that you push them up with the soap. Also, the second thing I want to note is that you probably do want to do this before you put on any other products just because you are pressing that soap into your, I don't want to say into your forehead, but when you are pressing up your eyebrows, you're going to get soap on your forehead. And I have tried to do it before after my foundation and it really just takes off all that foundation that's right above your eyebrows. And it's kind of hard to clean it back up without making it look too harsh. And with that all being said, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week and I'll see you guys all on Sunday. I love you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay home. Mwah! Bye guys. I'll see you next time.